Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Brunk here with Mrs. Brunk's Read Alouds. Today we're going to continue reading stories about the Earth because Earth Day is coming up on April 22nd. Today's book is called Why Should I Protect Nature? In this book you're going to learn what is nature, why should I protect nature, and how can I protect nature. But before we read our story today, let's learn some signs that we can use throughout the story. The first sign we're going to learn how to sign today is the sign for nature. Whenever we sign the word nature, we're going to make one hand into a fist, and with our other hand, put our index finger and our middle finger together. Next, we're going to take these two fingers and circle around the fist and tap it on top. Watch that sign, nature. One more time, nature. Now you try it, nature. You can think of it as like your fist is the earth and nature is all around the earth. Let's try one more time, nature. Good job. The next word we're going to learn how to sign is the word protect. Whenever we sign the word protect, we're going to make a fist with both hands, face your fist towards yourself, and cross your arms at your wrists. Protect. Let's try that again. Protect. And one more time. Protect. You can think of this as like you're protecting your body from maybe something trying to cause you harm. Protect. And the last word we're going to learn how to sign is the word help. Whenever we sign the word help, we're going to lay one hand flat with our palm facing up. Then we're going to give a thumbs up with our other hand. Put that thumb up on your palm. Ready? Help. Let's try that again. Help. One more time. Help. Now let's review. Nature. Remember, go around the earth and tap it. Protect, like you're protecting your body. Help. Why Should I Protect Nature? By Jen Green, illustrated by Mike Gordon. Before we begin reading the story today, let's take a look at our cover and make a prediction on what we think the story will be about. So on our cover page, I see a picture of two kids. One kid is waving and the other kid is ripping flowers from the ground. I see a cow with hands on its hips. And I see some trees. So what do you think the story is going to be about? That's a good prediction. I think the story will be about, maybe the person waving wants to protect nature, and the person ripping out the flowers doesn't really care about nature. So let's read our story to find out what it's going to be about. Why Should I Protect Nature? By Jen Green, illustrated by Mike Gordon. Nature is the big, wild world all around us, from giant oak trees to little acorns and wiggling worms. Wow, look how beautiful. The birds chirping in the trees are part of nature. So is the salty smell of the sea. Splashing in rain puddles, and the soft fur on a donkey's nose. I used to find nature boring or pesky, shoo, shoo, or creepy. But then our class went on a trip. And look at that. I see kids lining up to go on a bus. I wonder, where do you think they're taking a trip to? That's a good prediction. Let's find out. On our trip, we went to the sea and looked in tide pools. It was great. On the way home, we had a picnic in the park. Everyone got a bit rowdy. Craig and Marina broke some branches. I threw my soda can. John picked some flowers. And Sally tried to swat at a bee. So I want you to stop here and think. Are the kids on the field trip being very respectful to nature? How do you know? I agree. Our teacher, Miss Wade, said we should protect nature, not hurt it. Why should I protect nature? That's a good question. What do you think? Why should you protect nature? That's a pretty good reason. She asked, what do you think would happen if everyone broke off branches? We couldn't climb trees. The trees would have no leaves left, and they couldn't grow properly. Birds couldn't nest in their branches. Trees, trees, trees. Save our trees, more trees. Leave our trees, save our trees. Those poor birds, they really want to protect their trees. And guess what would happen if we picked all the flowers and swatted out all the bees? What do you think would happen if we picked all the flowers and swatted at the bees? Well, let's find out if you're right. There would be no flowers left, and we'd have no honey for breakfast. And what would happen if we all dropped litter whenever we liked? Like, if we're done drinking out of a straw and threw it on the ground, what do you think might happen? And for this one, I want you to think back to our story, The Earth Book. Good prediction. Let's find out. The countryside would be knee-deep in paper, plastic, and tin cans. Does that look like a very nice place to live? No, it doesn't. Birds and other animals could choke or get trapped in litter and die. Imagine that. There wouldn't be any birds running around. There wouldn't be any cows like in our story. You wouldn't see cats and dogs outside. It would be a very dangerous place for the animals to live. No trees, no flowers, no honey, no animals. That would be terrible. Look at all the kids. Their eyes are open wide. Their mouths are open. They look like they feel shocked. So how can we help nature instead? What do you think? How can we help nature instead? Think about the examples we just read. What could we do with our garbage whenever we are done using it? What could we do to respect the trees instead of ripping off their branches? Let's find out what our characters do in the story. Instead of picking flowers, we could plant flowers in a corner of the garden. Butterflies and bees love flowers, so they'll visit too. We could plant a tree instead of breaking branches. Oh, that's a good idea. Cleaning up litter keeps nature looking lovely and helps animals and birds. Now, we have fun protecting nature. After all, people are part of nature too. Wow, I really like that last line. People are part of nature too. It's not just the animals outside or the trees or the flowers. People are part of nature. So it's important that we keep our nature beautiful, we keep it healthy. Because just like we read in the Earth Book, if we take care of nature, it's going to take care of us. So here's my question for you today, and it's actually the title of our story. Why should I protect nature? So I might say, I would protect nature because it's where I live. So to see my example and do some crafts that remind us why nature is so cool, you can go to my Instagram at Mrs. Brunk's Read Alouds. Thank you so much for reading with me today, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.